binder.
That'd be pretty.
Yeah. And it works really well. So, I suggest you personalize your binder, make it look official, because this is your master folder. And also, stick your business card on the outside of that sucker, so when it's laying around at spas and stuff, everybody knows this one is yours. So, inside, you've got a little stack of papers, page sleeves, folders, and whatnot. So I'm gonna kind of go through in what order to kind of put this together. Of course, if once you get home and you're like, I don't like her order, you know, you can change it. But this is, from my perspective, this is what works best for me. So, another thing I'd like to mention is if you don't already have a system for keeping like checks and stuff in place, I just have one of these little folders, little plastic babies, I think it came from Office Max. But I just keep this slid in the front inside pocket, and then when I'm getting orders and stuff at a spa, since I've always got this with me, it's sitting right there, I stick my check right in there, slide it right in my pocket, and then I always know where those are. I don't get home and go, oh God, did I put them in my wallet? Did I just throw them in my purse? Where are these checks? So that solves that problem. All right, so page 1 is a pocket. So grab, everybody's is different. You've got yours there.
So this is your pocket.
Yep.
There's a little tab on it.
Something
All right.
sort of like this.
Okay.
And so what I keep in the first pocket are my current orders, or my most recent orders. As I get them at a spa, or over the phone, somebody calls, I stick it right in the front here. That way, if I haven't placed the order yet, I know that these are the ones that need to have the order placed. Then, once the order has arrived and it's checked in, I take the packing slip that comes in the package and I slide it in front of this. And then I know those are taken care of. And they live in here until I make my first round of follow-up calls. Then once I've done that, they get moved to a larger folder. So that keeps that handy. Your pockets have a front and a back side. So I recommend that you keep just some blanks. I don't, some of you probably put folders together for your spas. It's always handy to have just a couple blanks with you for when those calls come in, you run into somebody, whatever. Keeps it handy.
I like this.
So, page sleeves. Your paperwork is in order. So, in your first page sleeve, I want you to stick your suggested retail price list, will be the front. The back side is the sales aid price list. I don't think a lot of people realize that there is a sales aid price list, and it's darn handy to have when you need to order catalogs, whatever. And also, I noticed last night that the pendant diffusers are not on the sales aid price list.
They're on back order right now anyway.
Okay, forever.
I don't know.
I was wondering if we discontinued because I couldn't
No,
get it.
because I
to-
ordered them and they said they're on back order, so. Are you taping right now?
Mhm.
Oh, keep going.
Okay. I use the pendant diffusers too. So if you want that number for on there, it is 8716 for the pendant diffuser. And I believe those are what, $4? Is that right? Okay. All right. So next is the handy dandy yield chart. I know that this is in our product guide, but it's super handy to have in your binder. I like to use the yield chart as a way to drive home the value of our product. So if somebody's like, $30 hand cream, you can say, well, you're going to get this many applications out of that hand cream. And it calls for, what, a half teaspoon per use? You don't need a half teaspoon per use. So I like to use that as a way to drive home the value. And also, something I like to do is, look at the chart and think about things that you sell regularly or comparisons you can make. For instance, Argaducci, you can get 40 uses of Argaducci for the same price as 12 5-hour energy shots. So I like to make that comparison, and then people are like, Oh. So, it's like 40, or it may be 44, like 40 uses of Gaducci for the same price as like 12 5-hour energy shots. Yeah, so I like to kind of know those things too. Next, you will leave probably 2 pages blank, and this is where you're going to want to post it if you haven't used one already. This is where you will put your monthly customer, host, and consultant promotions. I like to stick the consultant promotions in there too, because I also take this binder with me when I do sponsoring interviews. It is my master folder for a reason. So I would probably leave just 2 of those. Because sometimes at Christmas time there's like an extra special or something, and then you already have space for it. After that, you guys have, am I going too fast? I'm scrambling. It's great. Following that is your diffuser flyer. On the front side is the basic customer flyer. It's got your order number down there, so you don't have to look for it.
Yay.
You know right where to find it. And on the back side is the new consultant diffuser offer. I like to keep that handy because I find that that is a good incentive, maybe when you're doing a sponsoring talk, to kind of push somebody over the edge. Maybe, you know, like, oh, you know that diffuser that you really like? Well, if you sponsor, you can get that sucker for $29. All right, moving on. Page 7 is going to be your business kit flyer. There's the 2 kits on one sheet, very handy. And on the back side is the post-credit ticket flyer. So anything related to the starter kit is all on one page, and then that makes it easy. The nice thing is that if you want to refer to any of these while you're presenting your spa, you just pop them out of your folder, show them off, and then pop them right back in, and they're right where you need them the next time. You don't have to go searching for stuff all the time. And again, any codes that you need are on here also. So it's just one less thing you have to search for. I like anything that makes it easier to do what I need to do without me wasting time looking for things over and over and stuff like that. For my 8th page, we of course like to talk about our SwissJust Cares. So that's the SwissJust Cares flyer. It's a great program that we should be telling everyone about because, you know, with the purchase of every DOINTM, $2 goes into the fund for the women's shelters. And I find that people really like to hear about that. They like to hear about our philanthropic efforts. So, after this, I have in mind, and this will be uploaded on the Superstars page.
Yeah, the group page.
Okay, the group page. So you can make a post-it if you want. I know some of you, I think I've sent it to you before. The info that Valerie sent me one time, it explains the colorants and the parabens and the sulfates and whatever, you know, why is it in there, you know, just all that good stuff. Let's see, there's, you know, colorants. It talks about reformulations. It talks about why it's not easy to just take something out and expect the product to still be exactly the same. Because every once in a while we all run into customers that are like, oh, I see here it's got SLS in it, I can't use it. And this helps to arm you with credible information as to why it's there, where it was derived from, stuff like that. So, I don't know, do you guys have pages left now?
There's
Do you?
one.
Okay, good. All right, so at any rate, that will be uploaded, and then you can read through it, and if you're like, I don't care about this and this and this, you can just pick and choose what you want, slide it in there, and you'll be good to go. Now this is another, I don't know if everyone does this, I like to use the product list at my spas. The product list is the same as the price list, but without prices. I like to highlight whatever products I'm focusing on and give these out to my guests with a little lap board, and if they want to take notes, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to. But because I like to use these, I have a pocket for these in my binder. That way, when I'm going to reload my spa folders or whatever, they're right there. I just pull them right out. And then in case you forget something, it's here too. All right, so at the very back, you should have a little pocket.
Does anybody not have one in their packet?
I don't. Like a Velcro or a little snap pocket. This is a great place to keep just a few things that, might come up. I like to keep, in this one, I have a couple of the Self-Fit brochures. I have, of course, sponsoring and host brochures. I like to keep some of the neem brochures in there. The neem is the anti-head lice line. I like to keep the aromatherapy quizzes in there because I love that chart on the inside of there, which of course is in the catalog. But when I'm doing my presentation, my guests don't know that they have a catalog yet, so they haven't gotten a chance to look at that. But it's something that's easy to refer to, and I've already given those quizzes away to people, and they're like, oh, so, in the future, I will want to get this and this and this, because they use that as a reference. Other things that I recommend you stick in here are some extra business cards, a couple quick guides. I have gift certificates. I have a couple stuck in there. Just things like that. Think of anything that you might want to reference on a regular basis. And this way it doesn't take up a ton of space, but it is at your fingertips. Last but not least, in the back pocket, I of course keep a catalog. This is not a catalog to give away. This is a catalog for me to keep, to reference. So if somebody asks me about something on page whatever, or what page is this on, I of course know to flip to the back to the index, and I can tell them what page something is on. All right, so that pretty much sums up the binder. Do you guys have any questions?